No, it did. I wasn't ready for it.
Nah, man.
Checking, testing, 1,
2,
2,
1,
3.
2.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, it look a little sleeker here.
Hey,
boy.
man, you looking you know what? I'm looking at the shirt, man. You looking saucy, bro. I like it. I dig it.
Appreciate it.
You got the you got the fisherman hat.
So it's only because it's bad hair day. It's only because it's bad hair.
I don't think it's bad. If anything, I should be wearing it. But hey, who knows?
I got one in there.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
You know, I gotta live my show, man.
All right, whatever you say.
I gotta let it show. Gotta let it show.
If you say so.
I'm smiling right now, but this past weekend, football wise, I ain't had too much to smile about.
Oh man. Well, before we get into all that, we want to welcome you to GNC Sports Talk, where we do it
for the culture,
by the culture,
because we are the culture. You dig?
#1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. Thank y'all again.
Love you, mama.
Welcome for tuning in. Love you, mama, as always. Got a couple comments.
Facts.
Do talk about your weekend if you want to.
Oh man, the weekend, and we probably gonna get on this later on today. It wasn't a good weekend for Louisiana football. LSU the only one that won, and they just played a team that they know they could be. But as far as the Grambling State University Tigers, our Grambling State University Tigers, all of our Grambling State University Tigers.
Some people,
yeah, it was a good game, great game at State Fair Classic. 5-6 overtimes, if I'm not mistaken. Just couldn't get it done. But we're gonna get on that later on. The Saints, we're gonna get on that later on as well. But but for the most part, the homie came out of town, he came out of state, he chilled with us, had a good time on Friday night. Enjoyed it. Next time you come out here, you know what's up. You already know, hit us up.
That was on the beginning, brother.
That was on the beginning.
On the beginning.
I mean, it is what it is. But other than that, it was cool. Nice little relaxing weekend. Saw some good football games despite the losses and everything. Your Alabama boys almost
don't do that. Don't do that.
Almost.
Don't do that.
But hey, I gotta give them credit.
Because when it happened to you, all right now. Well, before we get going on this here thing we call sports talk, twin talk, twin telepathy, whatever you want to say. Yes, we are twins. We want to thank y'all for joining us once again. And before we get to these comments, make sure you do this. If you are a repeat offender or a new person, we welcome you. We love you already. And if you're a repeat offender, thank you again, once again, for tuning in, because we always love y'all too. Yes. We could not do this without y'all. We will not do this without y'all.
Thanks.
Big things, bigger things, best things are coming. But y'all all make sure you do this real quick.
Yes, sir.
That is it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, love on us. And without further ado, let's get into these comments real quick.
Yes, sir.
First off, I guess it's a race to see who get in here. So we done had 3 new people come in before we start, so we love it. Good evening from GR Houston.
What up, Jack? G? What up, G?
Good evening from our lovely cousin.
What up,
Miss LaShawn?
What up, though?
How are you doing? Good evening from our little sis.
Making any trips.
Good evening from my little sis, Chelsea. How are you doing? To the homie said,
hey,
yo. Let's see. I'm loving this shirt. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Black man. Yeah.
Love my shirt.
Oh, you do got that on the back. I forgot about that. You should have worn it backwards.
Well, it just won't feel right. But
thank you so much, sis.
Hey, well,
what's good, my boy?
To Black Raiden. Shout out to his YouTube channel out there. It's picking up some steam out there. Love watching his videos, supporting his videos and all of that.
He doing a lot of great things, but of course, just doing his thing on NBA
2K25.
Heck of a player, #1, but #2, what he does with his edits when he go into their voice. If you know, you know. If you don't,
you know, man.
Hey, tune in.
Tune in. I love it.
If you know where it was from, then you know why it's hilarious. I love it. #1 sports podcast
of the GSU alumni.
Hey man, say that louder, because I don't think people know. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people know. That shirt, everything.
Don't remind us.
Oh, she did see that shirt. I think
she did.
What up? Former GSU. Former G-man out there.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm pretty sure he still wish he was out there getting a couple sacks and all of that.
We'll get into that real soon. We'll get in there real soon. No 2 miles today.
It's Thursday for me. Hey, look.
I seen you with your welcome back to IG. I see you out there training.
Yeah, see you get it in, man. Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I think we all. I know I do my workouts early in the morning time. Sade, I be seeing you like Gary said. We be seeing you IG. Big shout out to you for getting it in. Hey, you be lifting heavy too.
I don't know about all this.
Well, to her.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah, to her heavy. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you though, Sade.
All right. Well, before we get tuned in and everything, let me put this down here. Our little crawler at the bottom, if you will. We like ESPN like that. But before we get going, we ain't got it going up and down though yet. But before we get going, we love music here.
Yes, sir.
We hope that you do too. We do a lot of things here talking about sports, anything popular culture wise and all that. But we love music and want to make sure we share that experience with you. So if you will, make sure you drop an M next to the artist and or album, song, bop, pop, pop, whatever it is. Scott, make sure you drop an M with the artist name, album, song. We will make sure to feature that at the end of the show. Make sure y'all tune in. We're going to feature those music picks, if you will. So what are you listening to? M with the artist, album, song, and we're going to get it popping. Why don't we?
Yeah, man.
Got a couple more comments, and then we're going to get going. I can deadlift 120 at the most on squat 85. Okay.
Hey, go ahead.
Okay. You got to start. That's what I'm saying. You got to start somewhere. All right.
Yes, orange shirt.
It's red.
I told you it's wavy. It's wavy, bro.
It's red, but you know what I'm saying? These lights got it popping. You know what I'm saying?
It's wavy. It's wavy.
Hey,
I told him.
Shout out to Garnett. I don't know if he watching now, but shout out to Garnett. I got this Juneteenth weekend a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate that, y'all. I appreciate that. Also, Sade, Aunt Alexis just did a marathon, Sade. So y'all might need the link because she can have some tips for you. My girl be getting it in like she needs to. You know what I'm saying?
I low key would do a marathon with y'all, but with this tendonitis that I have in my Achilles,
bro, we ran enough when we was younger. We ran it up.
Man, I know, right? Yeah. It is what it is, though. It is what it is.
Well, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk a little bit about some college football, about our disappointing thing that happened. But most importantly, there's a lot that took place in the NFL. Yeah. We got a couple farewells to say.
Yeah.
And then also, it's a couple breaking news basketball things going on, as well as the WNBA. But we shall get started with college football. Good sir, do you have anywhere you want to start?
Let's start. We want to say the best for last. So I'm gonna start with Michigan, Minnesota. Very great game. Minnesota almost pulled a comeback against Michigan. It was a good game, man. It was a good game. Minnesota low key surprised me, but they came back. They came back pretty strong. I was like, I thought I ain't know what was going to go on. Another surprise, Virginia Tech lost to Miami. Yeah,
that was not a surprise.
It was a surprise to me. They gave it up. They were leading. They did a trick play for whatever reason. If they don't do this trick play, then they win this game. If they don't do trick play, they you're a hater. You know what I'm saying? We had our little bet going on. I lost. I had to pay up.
It's my sport.
So I have to admit,
it's my sport.
But that Virginia Tech almost had
it. They gave a scare.
They gave it was a nice little scare.
They gave a scare.
Man, let's see. It wasn't too many besides games. Yeah. Kentucky versus Ole Miss. Kentucky is unranked. Ole Miss was ranked number 6. Man, Kentucky pulled off an upset. And I had said I forgot who they barely lost against Georgia. But I said if they offense can ever catch up, their defense, they might shock some people. And just so happened, Ole Miss, it went y'all day, and y'all lost at home. I know they was hurt.
Yeah, the thing about the new college football format is there are 12 teams that'll be in the playoffs this year. It's Power 4 instead of Power 5 now because the Pac-12 right now currently does not exist. I'm not sure they'll be classified as Power 5 whenever everything comes back.
I agree.
But Power 4 conference, Big 12, SEC, Big 10, and the ACC. The winners of those who win their championships get the top 4 spots. After that, it goes off of the high seeds that'll fall after all of that. So this is so different because this went from BCS where a computer would choose the 2 best teams and those 2 teams play for the championships and everybody else just have to suffer with the consequence. Then it went to where people would judge and figure out who would get the top 4 spots, and then they would have a single elimination tournament, and those 2 teams, whoever win, would play for the championship. Now they got 12 teams. 12 teams. Honestly, if you lose 2 games, you possibly could still get in, depending on when you take your loss and who it's against. Or if you win and who it's against when you do it, possibly get in 12 teams. This is a very interesting format. It's made the conference realignment different.
Right.
2 powerful conferences being the SEC and the Big Ten.
Yep.
We shall see. There are very big things going on, but I want to go off and say after I do that rant, Kentucky, I told you, is a better school than what others may have thought. And I think myself and my homeboy Wag were saying, hey, they've kind of been building something here over the years, just like Missouri. Been building a couple things over the years. I know you said you were shocked by Minnesota. Minnesota's defense looks like teams in the NFL.
Exactly,
They just don't have that offense in that just yet. Another team that reminds me of is Iowa.
I know, I agree. Our uncle had said this a couple of years ago. If the Big Ten could ever have a good offense, like a good quarterback system, whatever, if they could ever have that, they ain't gonna lie, they would give a lot of teams problems. They would give SEC teams problems. But another one that I was shocked about, Kansas State beat Oklahoma State 42-20. That was definitely a shocker to me. I wanted to watch that. I so badly want to watch that Texas A&M game against Arkansas. They played at the AT&T Stadium. That was a pretty good game.
That was the only one that really shocked me this weekend. I'll be giving a couple. I've been building up a list, y'all, for bandwagon schools, people in schools you should pay attention to. But I do have a couple standout performers that I'm gonna list off a couple of their stats, and you'll be shocked because when I found out a couple things, it was crazy. But we'll get to that in a minute. In terms of football play and college football, of course, everybody talking about Colorado. They won against UCF. I'm not gonna make too big of a deal out of it, as I think they should. Still a big deal. They are now 4-1, tied with what they were last year, still beating what they were 2 years ago. One more win, they get 5, which means Dion did better than what he did last year. We shall see what the Big 12 holds, but it is not as strong of a conference as the Pac-12. So we shall see how it shakes up. Utah, Oklahoma State, Kansas State are the teams that I say that they should worry about. Utah, they played the very last game of the season. Who knows? It can have season implications, but the Big 12 is not as strong as they used to be because Oklahoma State, Utah, Arizona's in there now. I believe Arizona State's in there now. Houston, UCF. These aren't as strong as it used to be. You put Baylor in there, but they beat Baylor already. So this means that Colorado with their offense and the dynamic Travis Hunter, right? I know they always talk about Shedeur Sanders, but Travis Hunter, that D on his chest stands for dog.
That's what he got that dog in him.
He's definitely got that dog in him. So yeah, with college football, wasn't too many big surprises. I will say this: BYU looking kind of salty, dog. I'm not gonna lie, and that also brings up something funny to me. How does it feel when you lose to either like a military school, Army, Navy, Air Force, or when you lose to like a Notre Dame or a BYU, knowing that they whole thing is not about football?
Football is more bigger than football.
It's bigger than football. Like TCU too, because they're Christian
school.
I just think that's like the ultimate. Like you need to reevaluate your career. You lose to them. BYU beat Baylor. And it wasn't close, honestly, even though Baylor was coming back. Shout out to BYU.
Shout out to BYU.
They've been kind of creeping here these last couple of years too. So yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
A lot, man. A lot been going on, man. Baylor, y'all finished, man. Just finished. Y'all 0-2 right now. Y'all in the Big 12, but hey, who knows? Who knows, man? Y'all need to pick it up.
Well, we will get to the thing that we know the most about. That is week 4 NFL football took place. We don't have to run through all the scores, but we will run through a couple things that we deem important. Do you have a game that you want to talk about other than ours? Because we know you're going to say that for last. You have a game that you want to talk about other than that one.
All right. So the game that I do want to talk about, Buffalo and Baltimore. I thought there was going to be a little bit more closer than what I thought it was going to be. But Lamar Jackson, he was dialed in. They are now, if I'm not mistaken, 2-2. They are 500. Buffalo. It was just Buffalo game. It wasn't their day. It pretty much safe to say it wasn't their day.
Yeah.
It was some. It was nasty football going on with Buffalo. They couldn't catch a break. They just couldn't catch a break. And we gotta give a lot of credit to the defense. They ain't going nowhere, and also to the offense. Lamar Jackson, the dynamic Lamar Jackson, has been balling. He has been doing his thing, and hey,
yeah. So in reference to that game, it was a lot of people overreacted the way they lost to Kansas City, which I will remind you was by a toe.
Literally,
some people don't have toes, the big one. But they lost by a toe. They lost to the Raiders, which you can get beat any Sunday by. But we still think that Baltimore is very dangerous. And as much as people were saying that Buffalo Bills, which we may have said it, don't quote me, I can't remember. We may have not said it. They were playing the best up until this week.
Yep.
And Baltimore simply showed why they look better, why they are better, why they get this Derrick Henry thing figured out. They really look like they could be unstoppable and are heading to a head-on collision with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, what I will say is this. I'm gonna go ahead and take my L, eat this crow.
Okay.
I don't believe in the Jets no more. The Jets lost to the Broncos, and
that score is like 10-9.
10-9. The Jets lost to the Broncos. Let me just share the only stat that matters in this. The Jets defense is phenomenal. Right? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Broncos only scored 10 points. Again, it's the Broncos, and it's death to anything that Sean Payton put his hands on.
Yep.
12 of 25 for 60 yards was the other quarterback stats. So what they lost to, Aaron Rodgers, 24, 42, 225 yards, no touchdowns, no TD, no interceptions. He basically did nothing but get sacked 5 times.
12, 25 yards, and don't forget the 60 yards. Bo Nix.
Yeah, I said
60. Yeah, good
12.
God.
Yeah, so it was a really bad game.
Imagine
I'm going to go off of it. I didn't doubt Baltimore. I just thought with New York Jets defense and what could potentially be a decent version of Aaron Rodgers, but it's too much locker room turmoil, right? Yep. That's the Philadelphia Eagles. They have too much locker room turmoil. Jalen Hurts don't like Nick Sirianni. Those aren't reports. You can visibly see that when you see the post-game press conference. Sometimes when they interact on the sidelines, Nick Sirianni, your time is ticking. Good sir. And I don't want to forget this. We did not skip over the Gremlin game. That's gonna take a little bit more.
It's gonna take a little bit more time. Another game, and I have to give credit to this young man right here that went to LSU, Jaden Daniels. I said it. You said it. He should. We figured he was going to be number one.
I'm glad he won number one.
Thank God he won number one. Washington Commanders, now that they have success with him, they look like they have a future quarterback in the making. They came out and said if they had the number one draft pick, they was going to draft him. Yeah, you can say all that right now because you have a good product on your hands. You have a good player on your hands. But Jaden Daniels has arrived. Jaden Daniels, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has the best complete percentage.
Last week's game?
Yeah, he I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he got over 82.
It was 91.9 last week.
91.9. My bad. He now has the record for the highest completion percentage, 82.1%
by a rookie
in NFL history over the first 4 games, and he only a rookie.
Yep.
I'm not about to give that man some props. He been balling. I hope it continues to stay that way. NFC East, y'all have been warned. If y'all don't get y'all defenses right, Washington Commanders will take that division for years to come. I have no doubt Jaden Daniels will continue to impress us. I have no doubt that he will continue to be the role model that he is in that community, especially in the NFL. And also, he is humble. He is a humble young man. Don't get too high, don't get too low. He's just out there having fun. And that's what it's all about. But
I just run through a couple of them. The Steelers finally took an L. They lost to the Colts. Barely, I might say. we'll see. Looks like this is gonna be Justin Fields' team. I'm happy for him for the raw deal that he got out of Chicago. With Chicago, they won. This is their second win of the season. Although, looking at this right now, they're 2-0 at home. Looks like y'all are a home team, not a away team.
Yep.
Also, still haven't seen very much from Caleb Williams. I don't care what anybody says when it comes to who that is and what he is. He still does very crazy things, backing up, getting sacked. Doesn't look to be deadly accurate. I'm not sure if he's scared to pull the trigger or whatever, but I know we said this. Despite all the weapons, he still is a rookie quarterback.
And that line still is bad.
That line is very bad.
That line is still bad.
Buccaneers won again. The Bengals won again.
Finally won.
The Texans won again. I say that as the Texans won again. CJ Stroud, that offense, that defense, they're finding ways to win. I will say this. I brought this up to be picked. Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, Doug Peterson. Somebody got to go. It ain't going to be Trevor Lawrence, Doug Peterson. You are now on the clock as well. It looks terrible. Y'all look bad. I have no idea what it is. Even watching the game, I'm sitting there befuddled and confused because they actually had a lead most of the game.
That seat is burning right now.
Yes.
That seat is burning.
I
think the only team that they may be the only team that ain't won a game yet.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Maybe the only team they ain't won a game.
We'll look at that in a minute. Week 4 was terrible. Throw the whole weekend away.
I agree.
1,000%. The games are a tad bit lackluster. I think it's because the first 3 weeks been exciting.
Right.
We was doomed for something.
It happened.
Buffalo took it like they gave it to the
Jags. That's petty.
Same thing happened when we played KC, but
let me say this again.
That's not even a hashtag. Not even a hashtag, man.
Y'all got the dub, Spencer. I got it was nasty, but
I was praying the Texans would lose to the Jags of all team.
Hey,
hold on. Let me say this. The mascot is hideous. You throw the mascot away. Hey, that is disgusting. I'm just saying that it just looks sick. Caleb is still a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. And this ain't against him. This is against everybody that media that said he'll be a top 3 quarterback this year. It's going against him.
It is nothing against him.
Somebody got to get the smoke, and he just so happened to be.
Expectations, man. Expectations, there's a difference. Expectations, reality.
At least my fantasy team won. Hey, bro, that's what gets you through it.
You got kind of victory some kind of way. You're not mad at that, bro.
Hey, man, how come you ain't coming to me for draft advice? I got to check out your team to see what you got going. I'm the guru. Anyway. I'm gonna get off my thing. I want to say this, and this is before we get to our game. We got a couple minutes to talk about Graham and the Saints.
Okay.
The Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings, both in the NFC North. You have said that the Minnesota Vikings are the best team in the NFC.
I have come out so far this season. The Minnesota in the NFC, they are 4-0. Went on the road, beat Green Bay. 4-0.
That's cool.
Good defense. I say they are the best team in the NFC.
And I'm here to tell you no.
All right, tell me who is.
You can either say Washington Commanders, which would be a surprise, or you could say the Detroit Lions. And I Seattle is 3-1 too, despite them losing to Detroit. So 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. The only reason why you can say the undefeated thing, that's cool, whatever. My whole thing is this: if I look at Minnesota. Offensive wise, we know we get them going. We know we get them rolling. That is Justin Jefferson and the addition of Aaron Jones. Not taking anything away from Sam Darnold. We just gonna wait and see how this plays out. Defensive wise, they might have the best defense in the NFC right now.
Yeah.
Offensive wise, no. Even though they got that monster Justin Jefferson, I think Detroit is something not to play with, and Washington something not to play with. Seattle not nothing to play with, bro. We know what Seattle gonna do come hell or high water. That's run the ball. That's what they did last night. Now they was coming back. Yeah. If they would have got a couple pass interference calls, we might be talking about something different. Because Seattle was undefeated coming in the last night too.
Yeah, well.
So I'm not mad at you, but I have 3 other teams, and 2 of them for sure. I'm begging to differ. Seattle might look bad against Detroit, but that means Detroit offense is really, really cold. Seattle, they still got something to say. Shout out to you, Geno Smith. I'm still cheering for you. Just because second chance stories or third chance or whatever. I love what it does for you and that team believe in you. I don't know what it is. Detroit is involved in bad referee games for crying out loud.
They ain't the only ones, but I know with Minnesota for sure. They beat who I thought was maybe the best team in the NFC, which was the San Francisco 49ers. They beat so that was a good test. I believe that was the second game of the season.
There was, but they also they're missing all their pieces, which I know people would say that might be an excuse. Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, whether you deem Brandon Ayuk something, and key pieces on the defense, Fred Warner, and I just not to say they couldn't have beat them because any given Sunday, right, or Monday or Thursday, whatever it is, right. I'm just saying this. If they got all their weapons, I don't know if it looked like that. San Francisco is in the pending column because they may get behind so far to where it don't matter what.
It don't even matter, brother. They'll just go out there and just get some dubs, man.
The Vikings wrecking shop.
So Larry, I was going to ask you, we're going to do the three interesting, disappointing, interesting storylines.
Yeah, we'll do that.
In NFL, what about who you think?
Let me read a couple comments. The Vikings is wrecking shop. Yes, she said is because they is presently and forever doing this. Brian Flores, former Miami Dolphins coach, I'm going to keep saying it. Karma is going your way. I won't even sit up there and say it the other way. Karma's going your way. Brian Flores' defense is so cold that players are walking up saying, what you're doing is insane and blowing my mind. That defense is nasty. Number one defense in the NFC, possibly the NFL.
Possibly.
They is killing.
And defense wins championships.
They do.
All right. No, when the Falcons beat the Saints, stop playing with my feelings. I slept so good last night. I woke up late. I was not worried about being fired.
We getting there. We getting there. We gonna eat crow in a minute. Calm down. Did you see the Montgomery truck stick? First of all, I ain't gonna talk about the truck stick. He got tackled by somebody, and like, I don't. It's the Detroit offense might be there. They might be it.
They get rolling. They get rolling, man.
Let me see. I just knew you would.
Bright and early to celebrate. Shaking my head, man. We got.
He showed up early today. Right? He showed up early.
Yeah, we got to eat that, man.
We shall eat crow in a minute, but we want to talk about. I know we jumping back to college football. Grambling State Prairie View Annual State Fair Classic, I believe 49th something meeting, went to, and I won't misquote, but they went to several overtimes. I'm gonna make sure I go find it because we keep going back and forth between 5 and 6, so I'm not 100% sure.
Over under, I want to say 6 overtimes. If I'm not mistaken, but
I'll find it. But it was very disappointing in the way that we lost. Not that we lost, but the way that we lost.
And before you get to that, Devontae Adams reportedly, I know, no, Devontae Adams want to get traded. You don't know where he want to trade to?
I don't care. Just let the trade happen. I mean, you chose to go to the Las Vegas Raiders. And the Las Vegas Raiders have had changes upon changes upon changes. They are not a very stable organization. You chose to do that. I do not feel bad for you. And why this thing keep moving? Moving. Yes. Okay. So 5 overtimes, Grambling State, Prairie View. We went coaching. You will hear us say this more and more. We've been saying this since the inception of our podcast. Coaching will lose you games even on a professional level. With football as one of the main things. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens in overtime in college football. Both teams get it at the 25-yard line. They have a first down, meaning 10 yards that they can get to it. And then they have that chance to get there. So essentially 8 times to get into the end zone if they do choose to go for it. Each team gets a chance to possess the ball in overtime. If both teams score or they wind up tying in the field goal, they go to a second overtime. In this here second overtime, you get one more crack at it. After that, when it goes to the third overtime, now we treat it like 2-point conversions, meaning they're on the 2 or 3 yard line. Okay, having said all of that, you only got one shot to convert. Why in the HEW, you know what I'm about to say, are you running the ball? Why are you running the ball countless times over and over again when you had success passing the ball? They even went so far as to do the craziest thing, which is run with an injured quarterback. I'm so disappointed in the way that we lost. Not that we lost. Shout out to you, Ryan, PV, coach. You doing your thing, Grambling alumni, doing
right.
big things. You go ahead. I'm done.
All right. So now just go into our next segment. Flag on the play.
I just said we do other stuff. Go ahead. You run the show. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So flag on the play pretty much goes to anything we see egregious, anything that we find stupid, any stupidity comments, anything crazy that you could deem just wild, just unimaginable. We have to call flag on the play. It's our job as sports enthusiasts. Oh no, you could do it again.
It's like time.
Okay. All right. So with my flag on the play goes to our offensive coordinator, Eric Dooley, and Clint Kubiak with the New Orleans Saints. Offensive play calling was atrocious. And I've been waiting all weekend to say this. When I can tell when things are going good. When we won the first two games, Carolina and Dallas especially, with the Saints, all right, Clint Kubiak, you was calling good games. Everything was perfectly fine. You were running the ball. We was gaining yards. We was gaining a lot of momentum. All right, with Philadelphia and Atlanta, you try to run the ball. We didn't get no momentum running the ball. So why would you continue to run the ball? Eric Dooley at the 5-yard line with one play. All you got to do is just score one time to win the game. Your defense is going to bail you out. Why would you run the ball 3 times in overtime? Why would you do it? It don't make no sense. Play calling was atrocious. The players didn't cost us the game. If Prairie View was a better team, I'd say they was a better team, but they was not a better team than us. With the Saints and Falcons, the Falcons were not a better team. They were not a better team than us. We just played down to the level of competition, and that's what happens. But not only, like you said, yeah, you let down the fans, but you also let down the players. Do better calling plays. When it ain't your day to run the ball, you just can't run the ball. You're just gonna have to go out and just throw it. It is what it is. I can understand you running the ball a couple of times, but I'm just saying you have to do a whole lot better than what I've been looking at these past 2 games. We should be 4-0 right now. These were Philadelphia, Atlanta were games that we should have won, but we didn't, unfortunately. So my flag on the play goes to our offense coordinators, Eric Dooley for Grambling State, Clint Kubiak for the New Orleans Saints.
Got to engage in these comments real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Here in GA, we had a hell of a sports week, but them Falcons, you did not because Georgia lost. Georgia Southern lost too. I'm just naming teams right now. I mean, bunch of losers.
They won. They just won the game by 1 point.
They didn't score an offensive touchdown after the first time. Cary, why so much hate? You know when you come to Atlanta.
You know what?
Yeah, I mean, look, because we got to talk about it now, right?
Yeah.
So we had the New Orleans Saints, Atlanta Falcons. That's a rivalry that formed. We used to be rivals with such teams such as the St. Louis Rams, who is now the Los Angeles Rams, San Francisco 49ers. Look, the game Sunday, if you want to be proud as an Atlanta Falcon fan, you can, but you should only be proud of one thing and one thing only, and that is your kicker. Cool. That is the only reason. That is the only reason why you should be happy and proud if you are a Falcons fan.
I was hoping he was going to miss one.
No, he don't miss.
He don't miss.
When it comes to that game, again, coaching is something that we have as a theme on here. I need to make a banner for crying out loud. Coaching will lose you games. After the first phenomenal 2 weeks, the Saints these last 2 weeks have looked very lackluster on the offensive side.
Right.
And yes, we do have injuries, but again, we have an offensive play caller with all these weapons that should be better at calling plays. On Sunday, the run was not our friend unless we ran to the left, but the passing game was. Our defense, even though it was a tight, close game like the Eagles was, I don't mind losing. It's the way that we lose.
Right.
And the defense, Debo, you cannot sit up there and, I don't know, just grab the man and all this stuff like that. But, as Falcons, you did get the win, but you should not feel proud.
I'm going to just tell you some things about that game. The Saints had more first downs.
You're not making the case better while you're doing this. Don't do it. I know you want to. Don't do it. You making him laugh right now.
I know. Yeah.
Don't do it. Like I know you want to. It's not what you need right now because He's laughing.
Congratulations, Spencer. Y'all won.
They,
Y'all got the dub. Y'all got the dub. Well,
y'all still suck.
I gotta take that in. We gotta take that in.
Yeah, y'all still suck.
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all play the Buccaneers, I believe, Thursday or sometime in the near future. I'll tell you who I'm cheering for, and I hate it. I'm cheering for the Bucks because if y'all lose and they win, well, I'll be tired real soon because we taking the Bucks lunch money and they cookies in the city. Mike Evans don't have good games against us. No. But yes, shout out to you and your hobble quarterback at whatever age he is, Kirk Cousins. You did what you did without DeMario Davis back there. You know, shout out to you for that. Yeah. Just know when you come to New Orleans, we not only gonna have them things for you, we're gonna have them things for you. So I'm just saying, like, prepare to lose. And if they do it like they're supposed to, hopefully it'll be on Thanksgiving and then make the weekend extra special. But we shall see. Happy Tuesday.
What up?
Thank you for somebody not laughing at us coming in or whatever. Yes, disappointment don't describe what happened this weekend. I think I set these chains of events off according to some people. Who knows? But it's okay. It's all right. We still gonna root for our team. Like I said, I will not jump off the Saints bandwagon as long as they draft a quarterback. Spencer Rattler.
Your time may be coming, son.
Spencer Rattler.
I'm telling you, the best kept secret.
So not gonna sit up there and just demean Derek Carr too much because he didn't have a terrible game. The defensive touchdown that they got, if we being honest, was luck. But they won, right? They won. Now I give you credit, Spencer. I eat my crow because you're not about to be laughing me all night on this other side.
Look here.
Don't be on the Bucks and y'all admit Kurt ain't hurt no more. No, Kurt is hurt. He is hurt. If you believe he not, then you drinking Kurt's special juice. And I want to tell you that it's filled with pesticide, fentanyl, and all that. I don't want you. I love you, Spencer. Don't drink Kurt's juice. It's not good for you. It's not good for you at all. Anyway, since before I go to my flag on the play, I appreciate you doing it because it did tie in very nicely.
Yes, sir.
WNBA has a new expansion team coming to Portland. Shout out to the WNBA. They're slowly expanding. That's what they need to do. Get more teams, get more parity, if you will. That's what we like to see. WNBA playoffs are going on. I'm not sure. The Las Vegas Aces may not three-peat.
We don't know.
They lose one more game. It's the best of 5. Who knows, man? It's looking bleak.
Looking shaky, man.
New York Liberty are the team that opposes them. Connecticut Sun got good defense, of course, but I think it's out of them two teams. We shall see. Shout out to the WNBA getting an expansion team. Do you think the NBA will bring back the Seattle Supersonics?
I don't think they're gonna bring back Seattle Supersonics.
I would love to see them.
I would love to see the Seattle Supersonics too. But I think that from what I've been reading, I think they may be venturing the
international water.
Yeah, to Mexico City. I don't know how that's gonna tie into all of this, but
before we go, here's the way it's gonna tie in. Just like we gotta go visit our friends in the north. You can visit the friends in the south, so they'll find a way to think they're real progressive when it comes to things. So yeah. Other than that, I will get to my flag on the play. But before we do that, want to make sure we reintroduce a couple things to you guys. Why don't we?
Mm-hmm.
If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to GNC Sports Talk.
Yep.
The G in there stands for Gary and
Cary.
We are your sports enthusiasts, experts, if you will. I know he calls us analysts. I like to take it a step further sometimes. But this is your place to get entertained, laugh. Obviously, today you see despair and sorrow on our face. But we want to thank y'all for tuning in and joining us. So we want to say we love y'all. Once again, it's #1 sports podcast.
You already know.
Because our mama said so. That's one. Number 2, we love music here. We are getting near and dear to the end of the show. We're getting into our segments. Everybody's favorite segment, I believe, or at least the one we see the most participation in, is the music segments. So we want to see what you guys are listening to and make sure we highlight that and share that. Some of you guys have already put it in there. If you are a replay viewer, I keep forgetting to make sure I mention that. If you're a replay viewer, put a music pick in there. We'll make sure to share it the following week on our live. But we want to make sure we do share that. So if you will, put an M next to the song and the artist. or album.
Yeah.
I almost forgot. I drew a blank there. Put a song next to the put an M next to the song, artist, album. We want to make sure to highlight that. That's everybody's favorite thing, or at least that's what we say. I'm not sure. Whatever it may be.
Sir.
I'll go ahead and get to my flag on the play. And like you said, it's something crazy, something egregious, something interesting or funny that we see that we just gotta call out. And this is my flag on the play right here. Hold on. See what I'm saying? They be playing. The flag on the play this week for me goes to, I don't know, I guess I should say UNLV Athletics. So this goes to the quarterback and the football program itself. The UNLV quarterback, I had to pull his name up because y'all know I'm terrible with names. Matthew Sluick.
Sluka.
I thought it was Sluick. I don't know. Whatever. Matthew, we'll call him by his first name, decided after a 3-0 start, after he transferred in the transfer portal, to go ahead and sit his happy tail out the rest of the season. Why? Why do you ask if you're on an undefeated team at UNLV in a hot place like Las Vegas where anything can happen? Why would you sit out? Well, I'm glad you asked. He is sitting out simply because the UNLV athletic department is not meeting his demand. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a point in college sports where we should have been, because we should be past this evolution by now, but this is where we are. College athletes, I hate this saying, and you know you do too, are standing on business. He was not promised, promises were not fulfilled for what they were supposed to give him. And he said, you know what? I'm just going to sit out the remainder of this season and we'll be getting into towards the COVID thing here soon. But he's going to sit out the rest of this season and decide to transfer because certain promises and demands that him and his agent came up with, they presented to the UNLV athletic department were not met or fulfilled. And in layman's terms that everybody can understand, UNLV athletics said we do not negotiate with terrorists. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who to get the flag on the play to, so I'm going to give it to UNLV athletic department as a whole. What the crazy, what are you doing? A player sitting out, and y'all not even a premier program. Let's just keep it what it is, right? Y'all not a premier program. Athletic department sitting up here. Maybe they overpromised and underdelivered. Maybe the guy just had crazy demands, but nobody thought that they were going to be 3-0. So who knows? Maybe they were just saying that this would never happen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have drama that is building. This here is so funny. I know I'm only giving y'all a snippet of what it is, but I got a lot of articles I got to read to make sure I present this right as only I can or we can and be as funny as possible because it is a hilarious story. Yes, UNLV Athletics, I finally got it. They get the flag on the play this week.
Man, that story came out, if I'm not mistaken, earlier
last
Tuesday. And this happened like right after we got done recording, and we both started looking and laughing and finding out what was going on. And hey, UNLV, y'all did the same thing, players do, you know what I'm saying? You go out there, you start selling dreams. And that's exactly what y'all did. Y'all promised y'all was gonna pay him what y'all said y'all was gonna pay him. Then when he finally get there, it never happened. Hey man, look, somebody a pimp, and somebody got to be about him. And unfortunately, at that time, he was 3-0. Hey, he was about
the leverage in his hand.
He was about it. Like you had to say, he had the leverage in his hand. 3-0. They beat a good Houston team, beat a good Kansas team on the road. Y'all should have been paid that man, if not anything, especially after those wins. I ain't never heard UNLV football do anything
since the 90s.
Relevant, yes. Since the 90s. I ain't heard them do anything relevant since the 90s. I don't know not one football player that has done anything from UNLV from the 90s. When all these players, when NFL players be coming on, when they be presenting themselves, I went to LSU, I went to Grambling, I went to Alabama, I went to Alabama State, Florida A&M, all these colleges. I ain't never heard not one UNLV player yet.
It hurt you to say Alabama, didn't
Yeah, I know. I hate it hurt to say it, but hey. But all these players saying all these things from what college they went to. I ain't never heard not one person say UNLV. Never, not one time.
Suge Knight went to UNLV.
I did not know that. News to me. Wow. Well,
entitled blank kids, LOL. I mean, are they entitled? Sure. Is the NCAA a byproduct of a system that deserves to be taken advantage of? Is somebody entitled? They definitely are.
Facts.
I agree with all
All
sides.
sides. But UNLV, man, y'all can't make promises y'all can't keep. Y'all, man, what's the saying? You write checks your ass can't cash.
Like I said, I just want to know. I just want to know what was promised to him because I think that is the most hilarious thing.
That's the one thing I want to know because if y'all probably, I don't know, I'm just saying hypothetically speak. If they promise,
I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, if they hypothetically promise like $100,000, fam, y'all know y'all ain't making that kind of money. Give it.
I mean, they in Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. They can make the money, but $100,000 for one player, and it ain't like y'all going anywhere far.
Well, I mean, so here's the thing though. When you look at what the NIL deals and stuff like that, people getting paid like millions and millions of dollars. It's some people that might be getting paid more than practice squad players in the NFL. So, and that's for all sports. It's some big NIL deals out there.
It's a lot of your man from Bama NIL increased from like $1.7 million, something like that, to $3.5 million.
Don't forget about,
and he only 17 years old.
Don't forget about Armando Baycott, crazy tail, sitting up there in the TurboTax commercial. He should know taxes, I guess. He old enough. $2 million. Yes. We're gonna proceed on.
Yes, sir. All right. So we have the next one when life comes at you fast, and pretty much when life comes at you fast is when you get on that helicopter or that airplane with your parachute. And you get off of the plane when you on cloud 9, cloud 10, cloud 13, cloud 15. You jump off the plane with your parachute and your parachute does not work. This will happen.
I miss all of them.
Yeah. All right. So with no further ado, when life comes at you fast, this goes to none other than Mississippi's finest, Brett Favre.
Not the finest.
Brett Favre is getting flat. No, I'm sorry. He's getting when life comes at you fast because he went on the stand and had said he has Parkinson's disease. Now, I am very empathetic to anybody that has any kind of disease, Parkinson's disease, have cancer, any kind of disease. I am very empathetic to it. I am very, and for him to have Parkinson's disease, feel bad for you, man. But that does not negate what you did to these people down there in Mississippi. You took their money, you took their hard-earned money, committed fraud, wire fraud. You do not get away with that. Just because you have Parkinson's disease, that don't mean nothing to me. When is the trial? When do you pay back these people money? When do you go to jail? When do you have a public statement saying, I am sorry, all because you want to give money for volleyball for your daughter? Like, it's mind-boggling. But I still don't care about you having Parkinson's disease. Like, I feel bad that you have it, but I don't care that you have it.
Don't negate what you did.
It don't negate what you did a year before all this. Like, I don't know if you want sympathy points. I don't know if you want any kind of anything from us to like be sorry or feel sorry for you or be like, oh no, he has Parkinson's disease. Let's forget everything that he did wrong. No, we're not going to forget it. And you should be held accountable. That's the word. Eric Dooley.
Oh, come on.
Clint Kubiak.
Not the same
accountability.
Not the same thing.
It ain't the same thing, but hey, oh well. But yeah, accountability, man. And to G, we're gonna read her comment. I agree, Cary. These folks are quick to share the medical condition when life gets real.
Oh, don't forget about the mental health now.
Don't forget about mental health.
That pops up.
Boy, man, look, man. Again, we should. I ain't gonna say what I want to say on here, but
we should have did. We're gonna do it next week.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
But you want to know when his theme songs is, at least the beginning?
What's that?
Take my money.
Hey.
My house and my
car.
Hold on. No, never mind. That was gonna be me.
Okay.
I was gonna say you got to shake when you do it.
All right, man. Mom was like us fast goes to Brett Favre, man.
So you right, LOL. Pay back the money, then take care of your
business.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely.
I'm glad everybody on the same page. I'm happy everybody on the same page.
Our community, our folks, they know. We might disagree on some things, but
that's one thing.
We ain't gonna disagree when it's just blatantly.
All right. I don't know what you want us to do.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are up to the next to the last segment. My segment right here. This is called the money shot. Something that I want you to remember. Something that you cannot, shall not, will not forget. Can't stop, won't stop. Oops, sorry, wrong thing. Don't want you forget. And when you see it here, remember it. Just come back and play this whole episode because why? It's the money shot.
Here comes the money.
It'll be falling right. I'm gonna have to wet this next time. All right, you get too much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my money shot goes to the Alabama wide receiver Ryan Marshall, who won the game essentially, right? Ryan Marshall, wide receiver, his stat line. Let's see if I was smart enough to pull it up. I was not.
And while you pulling that up right now, I want to remind everybody that young man is only 17 years old.
Can I get through my thing? I'm gonna remind him. I'm doing this.
I'm just saying, you over there, you
I'm just trying to look. But I was about to talk while I was doing.
All right, go ahead, talk then.
Golly, I'm just trying to. I didn't talk during your Brett Favre segment.
Hey man, well you did.
No, at the end.
Yeah,
you Ryan Williams, like my illustrious colleague stole my shine, is 17 years old. 17 years old, 6 receptions, 177 yards, 1 touchdown. The juke move was insane, and his pirouette was even crazy. Well, 17 years old. When does he turn 18, you guys? February. I believe, and this is just prediction that I have, because he's 17, because he will most likely probably come out when he's a junior. He has a chance to break Jerry Rice's receiving record if he comes out, if he goes to the right team, if he is productive, because he's starting out so young.
And he getting a lot of this.
And he from Alabama.
Say
it one more time. Only because we're undefeated. Say it one time.
Go Tigers.
Tide. No, nobody said that. Nobody said that.
Tigers.
Roll Tide. You know what's gonna happen this year.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Boy,
with that stingy defense, what I told you when I found out who he was, I said he throw a great deep ball. He can't throw nothing short and medium. He didn't fix that problem. But yes, Ryan Williams, you get the money shot for your age, for you not turning 18 to next year, for what you could possibly do in the future if and when you go pro. And also, because you did the play that won the game. You get all the money. You get all the money. Jalen Milroe, shout out to you for throwing him the ball. You get all the money. Shout out Ryan Williams. Oh, yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to thank you. We are at the end of our show. We know that there's a debate going on, so we will not keep you longer than what we need to. Really quick, want to get into these comments. Oh, we just got a bunch of laughter. Well, I know there's like 4. All right. Want to introduce the next segment, the final segment?
All right, so we got the music picks for today. Pretty much when the music picks is, we want to see what y'all listening to, see whether it's rap, whether it's pop, jazz, whatever you want to rock and roll, it don't matter. From the past, from the present, and the future, we want to know what y'all listen to. So when we come back and be like, all right, we like that. We need to start something like, hey, if we find like the best song, we give out a prize. It ain't gonna be a big prize, but some maybe a fake $100 bill. Who knows?
Not doing that. Not doing that at all. Okay, yes. We have y'all music picks that we want to make sure we highlight before we give ours. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Green Light by John Legend.
Give me the green light.
Featuring Andre 3K. I had to say
Take for one night.
He plays the flute now.
I'm ready to go right now.
All right, Holding Back. Oh, this is from Chelsea.
Ooh.
Holding Back the Years
by Simply Red.
It's too small, y'all.
Back those years.
Let me see if I can make it bigger. It's too small. There it is. God, it was small. All right.
Why should we wait my
Fairy Tales by Anita Baker.
All right, you on your slow jams today, Chelsea. I see you.
Well, Simply Red kind of got me questioning you right now, though.
What's wrong with Simply Red? You don't like Holding Back the Years?
Yeah. Sean Millie, Love Me and Temporary. Hey, honestly, I've been listening to that man, Sean. He got a cold. He got a cold.
Rapper or R&B?
Singer.
Okay.
He be spitting though.
Okay.
He got bars. He got bars.
That's what we appreciate.
All right, Tanya. Naturally, Mystic Bob Marley. Why is this so small right now? Maybe okay. You know what?
I'll read the rest of them if you need me to.
It's just small. I don't know why. Okay, maybe they did. Okay. Naturally Mystic by Bob Marley. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not that I can't read today. It's because it's small for some reason. Hotel
Good.
Diablo by Machine Gun Kelly, Texas
By
by
Big Time the Plug.
That's my boy right there.
All right.
That's
All
my
right.
boy.
We skipping Spencer because you want to. I'm messing with you.
I
All
knew
right.
he was gonna do one.
All right. Walk It Out remix with 3 Stacks, Andre 3000. Played all over Atlanta. Have the Falcons beat the Saints.
That wasn't played all over Atlanta. You know y'all play Future now. Y'all, man, come on, man. Y'all play Future and all that. Who is it? Metro Boomin.
Metro Boom.
You know you don't be playing that no more.
Oh, okay. Let me read this one. This is by Tanya. Hey, Zane. Great song. Great song. La 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 by Zane. We just turned it off during stretch and spin so I could tune in. Oh, appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Classic song by Zane. They got a couple. They got some good ones.
Nice.
Very nice.
I love it. Let me get back up here. I think we got a couple more.
Ice Cube was a good day. All right. Spencer, hey, remember this day. We're going to see you again, man.
I ain't worried about Spencer. I told him last year, just like I'm going to tell him this year. The fall hard, brother. The fall real hard. But he ain't bragging too bad like he was. He sounded like a Cowboys fan this year. He kind of humble with it. Hey Daddy by Usher. Here you go again. We know you went to the concert.
Nothing wrong with that. My mistakes. Everyone loves Simply Red, Gary. Thank you, G. You know, you ain't,
okay. Can I like and like who I don't want to like? Is that okay with you?
No.
God, Lee, you show is having a hissy fit.
I'm just saying.
God, no.
I don't even know what Simply Red is.
Okay, sure. There you go. Just call me out. I don't know who she is. That's right. I'm paying attention to these music picks. I need a playlist for my 5K. G.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Where are you running?
You got to add Sean Milley to your playlist for December.
That I can't wait. You gotta add that for sure.
Rise Up by P.D. Pablo, mother.
I love it.
Shout out to P.D. Pablo.
I love it. My mistake. I thought it was
about
112.
Yeah.
I thought it was 112. Okay, my mistake about 112. All right. We shall get to yours right now.
All right, man. So
he got caught. I'm sorry. We was interrupting each other.
All right, cool. I remember that. The first one is Carter Got Wings off his album. What's the name? Okay. Carter Got Wings off the album Made Men. The name of this record is Can't Stop, Won't Stop. All right, and the second one is Maida off the Endless Nights EP album, whatever you want to call it. Come Again. Well, I think that's my second favorite record off that album. But yeah, Carter Got Wings, Can't Stop, Maida, Come Again.
All right.
Off Endless Nights.
My two, Carter Got Wings, Nameless. He has a recently released album, so we were both bumping it. And then Freeway featuring Alan Anthony. I heard that off of one of the shows I'm watching, Reasonable Doubt. We're not getting any ad money, so y'all got to replay that. I ain't saying it again. But Carter Got Wings, Nameless, and then Freeway featuring Alan Anthony. I thought you would like this since it's East Coast influence and all that stuff.
I'm shocked, yeah. I'm shocked.
Yeah,
Freeway. Wow.
Wow. Real quick, the last couple comments because we're gonna get y'all out of here on time like we should be trying to do. I have hip hop running playlists on Spotify. Sade, if you want to link.
Straight bangers with Tinashe on there. Facts.
We know it's not on there like that.
It's a 5K in my hometown of Texarkana, Texas for a nonprofit. Go ahead then.
The town, not the city. Yeah, I said it.
And with that note, hey, we want to thank. Okay, I'm writing.
She writing them down. Okay.
And with no further ado, we want to say thank you to all of y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Keep loving on us. Keep tuning in. Hopefully, we make y'all day by doing this podcast, the sports podcast. We all love to have fun, win, lose, or draw. But thank y'all, man, because we at GNC Sports Talk, we do it for the culture.
By the culture.
Because we are the culture, you dig?
Thank you, G.
Appreciate it.
Cary. I want to run fast, not dance. Okay. I'm gonna get the lady. You're done, Spencer. You're done. No more. Tonight was highly informative and entertaining. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it. We thank you for all the love. Give it to me one more time so we get them out of here.
Oh, thank you for tuning in GNC Sports Talk, where we do it for the culture.
By the culture.
Because we are the culture, you dig?
#1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. Y'all take it easy. We love y'all. Y'all tune into the debate. It's coming on right now. Should be all right. We're going to see y'all later. Bye.
Peace.
Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk, where we cover sports and more for the culture, by the culture, because we are the culture. Hosted by your favorite twin duo, those Jackson men, Gary and Cary. You can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where you can rate us, review, subscribe, follow, and most importantly, share.